Number. How humans survived wolves during the Ice Age. Number. The system that changed everything. Before you hear this story, understand one thing. This is not a story about bravery. It is not a story about luck. And it is definitely not a story about humans being physically stronger than nature. This is the story of how intelligence, design, and systems transformed the most fragile humans in history into the most dominant species on Earth. Imagine this. It is minus 50 degrees. The world is dark, silent, endless. You are crouched inside a shelter you built with your own hands. The wind cuts through the night like a blade. Then, you hear it. A howl, then another. Somewhere in the darkness, a pack of wolves is moving closer. You have no rifle, no metal blade, no walls, only stone, bone, fire, and knowledge. One wrong sound, and you are no longer a human being. You are prey. Just imagining it is terrifying. So here is the real question. How did humans survive this night? Again and again. For thousands of years during the Ice Age? Forget everything Hollywood taught you. There was no lone hero, no screaming into the darkness, no massive fires burning all night. What saved humanity was something far more powerful. A system. Number. The evidence archaeology cannot ignore. Across Eastern Europe, Siberia, and Northern Asia, archaeologists keep finding the same patterns. Not chaos, not randomness. Design. Circular hearths, carefully positioned stone rings. Mammoth bones planted vertically into frozen ground. Ash compressed into deliberate shapes. Needles carved from bone with extreme precision. These were not desperate people improvising. They were planners. And planning reveals intent. The truth is uncomfortable but clear. Humans did not overpower wolves. They outthought them. What they created was not a weapon. It was a psychological trap. A four-pillar survival system designed to break a predator's instincts before an attack even began. Let's break it down. Number pillar 1. Camp architecture against predators. A wolf does not attack like a soldier. It hunts like a strategist. It looks for isolation, weak angles, blind spots, surprise. So Ice Age humans removed those advantages. Paleolithic camps were almost never built on open plains. Never. They were placed against cliffs, rock walls, narrow valleys, shallow caves. Why? Because geography is defense. When your back is against stone, you eliminate attack angles. When there is only one approach, ambush becomes impossible. Then came the perimeter. Irregular stone circles, low barriers made of mammoth bones driven into the ground. Not walls, obstacles. A wolf at full sprint needs clean space. If it stumbles, even slightly, it loses momentum. It loses timing. It loses confidence. And a predator without confidence hesitates. Hesitation is everything. But architecture alone was not enough. Because wolves are patient, they observe. They wait. Which brings us to the second pillar. Number pillar 2. Fire and light as tactical tools. This is where Hollywood lied. They showed enormous bonfires blazing all night. That never happened. A giant fire is a mistake. It can be seen from kilometers away. It consumes fuel too fast. And when it dies, you are blind. Ice Age humans used embers. Small, controlled, strategically placed. Embers produce steady heat, minimal smoke, and a precise glow. Right where it matters most. Near the entrance, the wolf sees the light, smells the smoke. Its brain processes the message. Humans are awake, organized, alert. Once again, doubt enters the predator's mind. But doubt alone does not stop every wolf. Some are bold. Some are desperate. That is why the third pillar existed. Number pillar 3. Social thermodynamics and guard discipline. This part is brutal. In Ice Age winters, sleeping alone meant death. Not from wolves, From cold, humans survived. By sleeping in tight formations, children at the center, elders at the center, not because they were weak, because they carried knowledge. The young and strong formed the outer layers. Why? A compact group shares heat, and any predator attacking the center must first break the perimeter. And the perimeter was never fully asleep. There were rotations. No hero stayed awake all night. No individual sacrifice. Guards rotated. One watched the entrance. One listened to the wind. One maintained the embers. We know this from toolware patterns, from ash distribution, from logic. Without rotation, no group survives 6-month winters. Still, even with guards, a starving wolf might test the system. That is where the fourth pillar came in. Number pillar 4. The psychology of the wolf. Listen carefully. Wolves are not stupid. They constantly calculate risk versus reward. If the risk is too high, they walk away. Humans increased risk without violence. First, scent control. No food waste near camp. No bones. No entrails. Everything was discarded far away, downwind, because smell invites investigation. Second, behavior control. No screaming. No panic. No running. A wolf associates panic with prey. It associates controlled silence with danger. If a wolf approached too closely, humans did not scatter. They grouped. They stood. They raised torches, sticks, sharpened bones. 5 humans standing together with fire do not look like food. They look like a problem. And predators avoid problems. Number 1. Final night. Imagine it is your turn to stand guard. The embers glow softly. The wind shakes the hides above you. Everyone sleeps behind your back. Then, you see them. 2 yellow eyes. 20 meters away. The wolf watches you. You do not move. You do not shout. You breathe slowly. You take a stick. Touch it to the embers. The tip ignites. You stand. Slow. Deliberate. The wolf tilts its head. You take 1 step forward. The flame stays high. The wolf growls. Low. Calculating. Another step. The wolf retreats. Just a little, but it is enough. Because you are not prey. You are threat. The wolf turns and disappears into the darkness. You sit back down. The group sleeps. And tonight, humanity survives. Not by strength, but by system. Number. Why this changed everything. Humans did not survive the Ice Age because they were stronger. They survived because they imagined what predators could not. They built systems. And those systems turned prey into planners. And planners into the dominant species on Earth. Everything we call civilization started with one question. How do we survive this night? If this story changed the way you think, subscribe. Leave a comment. Which Paleolithic system do you think mattered most? And what should the next video explore? Because the Ice Age still has lessons to teach us. And one day, they might save you too.